Welcome back to Dalker. Just watched episode 6 of the Penguin Show Gold Summit. And yeah, let's talk about it. Last episode we saw Penguin kill Maroni's wife. We saw Sophia and Maroni team up. We saw Oz and Victor discover the underground tunnel system and make that part of their base. We saw a lot of flips. We saw a lot of things. We saw Sophia, Gigante, come into power, killing Johnny Viti, taking over the Falcone operation, obviously, co-opting it to making it to Gigante's Julian Day, whatever the hell his name is. It's not Julian Day, that's Calendar Man, but the Julian guy, he, came back from Arkham and is working with Sophia. So now Maroni and Sophia are working together. Penguin has a, re-upped operation, and now we move into episode 6. This episode was crazy. Probably the most crazy episode, I think, just based on, I don't know about crazy, but it was intense. Like, I was very tense towards the end of it, and you'll see why. But yeah, so we opened that, like, Victor and Oz, they got the underground operation running. It was nice to see snow in Gotham. I know we saw the teaser for that a few weeks ago. It was cool to, finally see it in the episode all throughout, like, sprinkled in with the snow. Makes me feel like, we're gonna continue the Batman saga. The Batman Part 2 is probably gonna start in winter, early spring, something like that, I'm hoping. Maybe like a Christmas story. Yeah, so we got some snow. They got the underground operation running with Bliss and everything. And Sophia and Maroni are hanging out at the Falcone estate, and Sophia's like getting physical with Julian, which I thought that just kind of caught me off guard, but I thought that was neat. Yeah, this is a big episode on Oz and Vic. Vic was approached by that squid guy from last episode, like that drop pusher that lived in Crown Point, that was kind of like a scumbag that Vic warned Francis about. And he was like, yo, Vic, where are you getting this money from? And, nice kicks. I know you was a sneakerhead. I don't know, hook me up with you. How you getting all this money? Hook me up. And Vic was like, hey, man, I don't know. So, and then he confronts him again, and he talks to him, and he's like, hey, maybe, we can hook you up later down the line. And then Squid's like, nah, we gotta do it now. And then Vic kills Squid. And now that's the first person he killed, and it affected him very deeply. I thought that scene was great, just showing just kind of how greenhorn Vic is, and just how he really was just forced into this whole thing with Oz, and I just felt really bad for Vic in this. And I really hope he doesn't die, but he probably will. But, so that happened. Oz is trying to make a big power play by just giving out all the bliss and trying to maximize the hold on the community. And then he got the Triad and a bunch of other low-level gangs around Gotham to link up, and then we called it the Gold Summit, the name of the episode, and now they're all working in cohesion with one another. And then Sophia and Sal were on a mission to get close to Oz. Obviously his apartment was abandoned. He doesn't really have any family. His brothers are dead, and he told Sophia that his mother was dead as well. But then she got to, what's her name, Sylvia Carlo, the Oscar's partner, who works with all the sex workers downtown. And Sophia gets to her house, and then she sells Oz out for good reason. Oz is a terrible guy. I thought that scene was great, I'm glad that she stays alive. I think she's a good character, and it showed that Sophia was above and not trying to contribute to the fact that people think she's the hangman. Like, I thought that was a really good, tense scene between the two. And it's kind of showing Sophia's growth and how, while she is a bad person, she's not the person that people think she is. And she's just out for revenge for Alberto and to reclaim power that was taken from her by her father and society. But yeah, so she tells Sophia where Oz is. And then Francis is having a lot of episodes. Like, she told Oz that, like, kill me if I become a vegetable. And, I understand that. I empathize with that. But that's a very big moment for Oz and Francis. And I thought that was very emotional. I'm curious to see if that plays out at all. But then the power, and then Oz also confronts the councilman about getting the power back on in Crown Point, because all the power is being siphoned to all the rich neighborhoods as opposed to Crown Point. Crown Point is powerless. But then the power comes back. You know, Vic is alone there with Francis freaking out about the blood on his shoe, and then the power comes back on, and he starts dancing with Francis. Very sweet moment. And then Victor hears a noise when the music turns on, and he starts to like tweak a little bit, but then he starts to focus on Francis, and that's when I was like, you know, face close to the screen, I was like, dude, this is so tense. And then we see that as they're dancing, Sophia was in there with a crowbar. I'm like, dude, they're really nailing all these Jason Todd parallels, you know. Vic trying to get a hubcap off of Oz's car. Jason Todd was found trying to take wheels off the Batmobile. And now, yeah, Joker killed Jason Todd with a crowbar. Also dynamite as well, but mainly a crowbar. And that Sophia is breaking and entering in their place with a crowbar. So I'm curious to see where that plays out. I saw the teaser for next episode. It looks like they captured Francis and Vic, and they're probably gonna torture and beat up Penguin like Sophia was like boiling water, so maybe they're gonna like boil him alive or some shit. But yeah, very tense episode, and I'm very, very nervous and very excited. Only 2 episodes left, which makes me sad because the show is awesome. And I love this universe, as I've said a million times before, to the Batman. But yeah, really great episode, really tense episode. Not a lot of like, I think every performance in this show is wonderful. Like I think they're all nailing it. But not a lot of like super powerful like pieces of dialogue in this. I saw it as a very top to bottom great episode. So yeah, thumbs up from me. I'm excited for the next one. That's all I got. Let me know what you think about the show in the comment section below. Peace out.